Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis, we are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
First down, Flanagan, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Flanagan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Flanagan. The slant complete to Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's Taylor. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Flanagan. Goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Flanagan. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Past the 20. Now he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Harrison Butler.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this carries into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll run on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flanagan. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
An explosive 38-yard pickup.
3-yard line.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Flanagan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Just 4 weeks left in the regular season, and he has to be firmly in the driver's seat for the MVP award.
Yeah, as the month of December wears on, we'll see how this all shakes out, and the debate will certainly heat up. But he's done everything they've asked of him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him? Is he thinking about it at all? Are his teammates talking to him about it? He's dealing with a little bit of pressure, though, even though he's right now the #1 guy.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, you're just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Barber. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
The ball carried by
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Irwin, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 2nd down, Flanagan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Flanagan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up near the 44.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Barber on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Colts 7.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First down, Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
25-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ballgame or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. On 2nd down. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Flanagan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is taken at the 15. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flanagan. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Flanagan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. KC's offense ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Penny, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 20.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Barber, and flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Running with Barber out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Carried by number
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Now Mahomes. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Mahomes. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Barber, and he'll take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
They've really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 1st and 10, Flanagan. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Flanagan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He's tackled at
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And able to get him down, but he did. Has reached the 5.
The ball carrier. Tackle made.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Barber. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the second down throw on target. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Operating from the gun, Flanagan. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Bust through the tackle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Here's Taylor. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Jonathan Taylor.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Flanagan. Campbell making the catch. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And able to find Green. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Flanagan. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Chiefs. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Penny, the 1st down carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal. Mahomes. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now here's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
38. Colts 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flanagan, he'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Flanagan. As he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Jonathan Taylor. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top for Kupp. Down in the air, now it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Once again, it's Barber. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Cup.
To Cooper Cup. A 7-yard.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd down, Flanagan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flanagan got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. You've got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Flanagan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing after the interception. Flanagan. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Flanagan. He'll drop this down to Taylor. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or...
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Today's final score.
A big